Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. This is Dominic tuning in, coming at you live. Thank you for joining me today. And this is going to be another training, business model, billionaire mindset, millionaire mindset, emotional therapy. And I just want to be transparent for everybody who are just joining in with us. And let's just get started. Let's run through this right quick. Alright, what I'm going to be going over is the breakdown, the work smarter, not harder, the passion of vision, unclutter the mind and environment, philanthropy, psychology, communication, and understanding. Okay, work smarter, not harder. Okay, it's important in your business model to have a vision, okay? You are the driver in the Bentley, okay? You are the boss of your business. You don't want somebody else to be the boss, because otherwise, if you leave your business in somebody else's hands, then that means that they have their own vision, their own opinions and ideas about how the way your business should be set up. And a lot of people, when they start into this thing, they get to a point where they kind of get comfortable. And sometimes they run into, maybe at an event, or they they start networking with other people, shaking hands with other people, and sometimes those other people could be the wrong people for them, for their business. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing or anything like that. Don't get me wrong or anything. I'm just saying that sometimes it could be detrimental that for you to be the leader of it. I don't know why my computer is acting so silly, so excuse me. So that's what I'm talking about here, and I want to kind of make this fun. So I know, with all the rest of my other videos, kind of doing the same old thing, soft and quiet, and everything like that. Somebody asked me, "Oh, are you that soft, quiet girl that just, talks really, really light, and she seems like she's really, really nice." Yes, I'm one of those, but also too, I'm a tough cookie, by the way. If some of most of you don't even know who I am, that's okay. So I'm just gonna press continue. So most times, I'm talking about things that are real. I'm up in your face. It kind of seems like, I'm being super, super critical. So if you feel like I'm pushing you, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, it's just like Dean Graciosi said that, don't dim your light for other people that don't, only see their perception of how the way they see you, or don't dim your light for other people that don't see value in it. And that's something that's very, very true. And I'm honest to the core, and that's exactly how passionate I am, without being superly over passive about certain things. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going and not to ramble. So. Yes, so having vision. Okay, moving on. Gotta have a vision. Imagine it. Believe in it. Conceive it. What does that mean? Imagine it. Okay, we're thinking. We think about the vision all the time. We think about what is in our vision. What do you want to do? Okay, do you want to go out on the beach? Use all your senses, your five senses. Touch, taste, seeing, and what you smell, what you hear, all those things. Use all your senses. What is your vision about the business? What can you touch? Can you touch it? Can you see it? Can you taste it? Can you smell it? Can you hear it? Everything. What I'm talking about here. Everything about your vision. So if you believe it, then take action, conceive it. That's what I mean. All right, you see it. You see the beach out there. Go to it. Don't stop. Have a plan. Okay, plan from front to back. Start with plan A all the way through Z. You don't want to cut corners. If you don't have a plan, this is not going to work. You're just going to sit there, out there along with a whole bunch of sharks, and you may not be able to. You may not have a cage or a backup plan to get out of that, type of environment. You might be going through I want to say an obstacle with a client or a customer or whoever you're trying to pitch to. You might be going through a certain type of obstacle that you may freeze up. All right, have a plan. Plan A to B. All right, strategize. There's strategies on how to make the plan work. Okay, just imagine that you're in video playing video games and stuff like that. There's a way to beat a certain level. Always strategize and see exactly how the way the game works, and strategize how to beat the level. Whether there's a boss at the end or there's a certain puzzle or a bridge that you have to cross just to get to the next level. All right. Um, Moving on, and I like doing these kind of talks. So for everybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is Dominique. I am a social media strategist slash therapist. I help people with their social engagement, so that they can succeed in their businesses. I take my business very, very, very seriously. So when it comes to these type of things, I have a business model. This is what I'm all about. Especially when it comes to, social media marketing. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't really like social media marketing. I don't really like social media, Facebook and, Instagram. It's not really for me, but it's actually important. The more people that you talk to, the more money that you're going to make. Okay. And we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so when it comes to a plan, blueprint marketing. What is blueprint marketing? Okay, have a plan on how to market. Whether it's video content, making a post, scheduling your posts 3 times a day. Basically, how to do a post. What is the model? What is a slogan? Maybe it's something to throw out bait there, to maybe to ask a question of a post, maybe just to do a certain survey of a post, to get more engagement, that type of thing when it comes to marketing. All right, try other things. There's other things also. Blueprint to invite, blueprint of an audience. Okay, identifying the audience. Okay, what is your ideal audience? What is your ideal client? What type of message that you want to put inside of your marketing? What type of message that you want to put inside of your idea, and what type of message that the audience is getting from you without trying to confuse them. Excuse me. So that's what I mean by having a plan. That's what I mean by the marketing. Blueprint to invite. What do I mean by invite? All right, have a blueprint on inviting them. Like I said about the posting, have like a survey. Maybe a survey will work. Maybe a question will work. Maybe a certain post of something like a story that you have done, or something that you've learned, took what you learned and actually put it out there and put it to your business, and how the way that problem has solved for you in a story. People love stories. People buy stories. All right. Try to figure out exactly who your audience is. What does your audience want to see? Ask your audience about certain things, certain content, a call to action about what you want your audience to do. It's kind of like, you're a DJ at a concert, and you're getting the crowd hype and stuff like that. You're engaging with the audience, ask them what they want to hear. Sometimes, they like to talk to you right back and forth, engage with them, especially when it comes to doing, Facebook Live or something like that. Talk with them, ask them to raise their hand, or ask them, press a like, share, or comment down below about, what do you feel, what are you thinking, what are you feeling about this type of video that we're talking about here. All right, so yeah, if you're getting value out of this, comment down below and say, I am getting value. Thank you, Dominic, for doing this for me. All right, have a team. All right, it's okay. It's okay to have a team. You can have, whether it's a small team or a big team. Start out with a couple people on your team. Have the, whether it's okay. We're gonna go to hiring interns, paid or free. Okay, hire some interns when it comes to your team. All right. When you have a team, the more that's on your team, the more that you grow, the bigger your business, right? All right, so have a team. Where to find these interns? I like to go to Fiverr.com. Or like, if you have the money to hire people, go to Upwork.com, go to Guru, and there's all types of other places where you can find interns. At college is in, people that are college students right now, they're looking for work. There's not enough work out here. Hire some interns, ask them to do some little side work, for VA type of work, virtual assistant work. Maybe it's scheduling your appointments. Maybe it's scheduling your meetings. Maybe it's scheduling, doing certain posts that if you can't do it all the way, if you don't have time to do something, be just be a little bit more organized with what you're trying to do. Maybe it's your routine. Let's take care of this. And when you have a team, you are able to schedule everything out. All you have to do is comes all the way back up here to the vision, and that's exactly what we're trying to what I'm trying to say here. All right. Have a schedule. Still live your life, improve your lifestyle, but by taking notes. Okay. So everything that's been going on here, I know that we work a lot, and we get to a point where it's like, oh man, what can I do? I'm getting so tired, and geez, I just have a lot of work that's backed up. All right, have a schedule. When you schedule, maybe schedule to a point where you're not doing work late at night, okay? Because when you're doing work late at night, then you're pushing work on to the next day, and then guess what? Work gets pushed back to the next day, and the next day, and the next way. All right, so work smarter, not harder. All right, passion of vision. All right, the image and detail of what you truly want. And that's exactly what I discussed earlier. Believe that it is possible. Conceive your vision that it is possible. Meditate, absorb, and use all your senses. Without a vision, there is no outcome. And this is very, very important, okay? Like I said, when it comes to the business model, be the driver in your Bentley, okay? Don't let anybody else, take control of your business. I've had leads and clients try to tell me what I'm doing with my business. Sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm always open ears to anything that I need when it comes to certain things that I'm learning. When it comes to a business, we are all learning. Okay, at the end of the day, the gurus, Tony Robbins, Dan Logue, Dean Raciosi, Russell Brunson, those guys are still learning. Okay, they're still learning this thing. So, like I said, when it comes to this, yeah, I'm still learning, but also too, there's a lot of stuff that I do know that I've been trained and stuff like that from my past experiences, with other entrepreneurs and other business people. All right, moving on. Unclutter the mind and environment. Okay, read personal development books or listen to audio. Surround yourself in an environment where you could be yourself. Use all your senses, and this is the thing about uncluttering the mind and the environment. So I like to meditate, and sometimes I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I meditate all day long. Sometimes I'm meditating like mostly at night, like when I'm going to sleep. There's a little video that I normally listen to at night, and what it does is it taps into your subconscious mind, and it relaxes that part of your mind. So what I mean by that is that it makes your conscious mind more aware rather than your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is kind of like the negative voice in your head telling you certain things that's not true. All right? That's your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the focus part of your brain that's telling you what is real instead of what is reality. Okay? So what your conscious mind will tell you hey, you can do these things. You can just by doing this. And most times we allow our subconscious mind to take control of us than our conscious mind. Okay, so when you go to sleep, you're in some type of state of mind that you're dormant. Okay, when you wake up, you're in an alpha state. When you're in an alpha state, that is more of a state of focus. All right, and I don't train on, meditation at all. This is something that, a strategy that I've learned from another entrepreneur, and that has helped me with my business, because at first, when I first started this thing, I was all over the place. I didn't know how to talk to people. I allowed people to get to me. I allowed people to talk any kind of way to me. I've allowed all my past dictate my future when it came to this business thing. It took me a long time to figure out what I truly wanted in this business. So when I'm doing this, it's not, to nitpick or to throw rocks at you or anything like that. These are just strategies and tips that I'm giving you so that you can use for your own well-being and that you can become successful. All right, so meditate while you sleep. All right, philanthropy. Sharing is caring. Give value first. Always reply back. Give back as much as you can. Set up free groups for people to learn and do workshops. All right, philanthropy. Well, this is what I mean by philanthropy. Don't just go around just asking for people friend requests just because you want to sell and stuff like that. Don't do that. No, that's not going to get you anywhere. All right, philanthropy. Like, ask the people what they're struggling with. Ask the who, what, when, where, and why questions, okay? If they have a problem, they have a problem. And sometimes we go to people who have problems who are actually don't have a high enough pain to solve that problem. And that's something that I had to learn, is that, like, digging deep and down inside of myself is figuring out if there was a type of problem that I needed to solve, I better solve it right then and right there. Okay? So when it comes to philanthropy, go to people who actually need that type of help, and that is, they're wanting to work along with you as well. They're going to come back to you. Basically, give them a reason to come back. That's what I'm trying to say here, okay? When I mean by workshops, setting up workshops, depends on what your business is like. Sometimes if you have a course or if you have some type of learning strategy that you've learned from another entrepreneur, set up a little workshop. Like, for an example, I'll set up a live video, and I'll put up hey, I want you guys to go inside your Facebook right now, and I want you to make up a post, and then as soon as you're done, maybe somebody will comment back, and then what I want you to do, I want you to comment back to them. Something like that, something that's like a role play type of a thing. All right, so moving on here. If you're getting value, or if I'm moving too fast, or if I sound kind of crazy, this is live, but by the way, I do not care. I'm messing up. I'm all over the place. That's just how the way Dominique works, okay? Okay. All right. Psychology. All right. Understand your wants and your needs as well as the customer and the client. Pre-qualify questions for behavioral traits, and if they can relate to you, communicate your story. Understand your why, plan, and your audience. So this is actually really, really important. So when it comes to psychology, okay, I'm just gonna be very, very transparent with you guys. People have feelings, and people have behavioral traits as well, okay? Not bad behavioral traits, but behavioral traits meaning that they don't change, okay? They often will have a behavioral trait as they act on their feelings. They act on their feelings first when it comes to greeting with you, or setting up a meeting with you, or everybody has a certain type of ritual, okay? We have this fear of being judged, okay? So when you ask a question to your customer, client, or your prospect, or whoever you're trying to sell or trying to help, okay, the problem that you're trying to help, ask the who, what, when, where, and why questions, and ask these questions in a way that is conversational. So if, of course we're not going to talk about, how's the weather today? Oh, well, the weather's great and stuff like that. No, what I mean by a conversational type of conversations, what I want to say is that, so how did you get into this business? Oh, okay, well, I got into this business because, and then you have the hook and then the story, and then you give a little bit, and then you ask them, about, how the way, they got into this business, and, where they're from and stuff like that. Okay. The who, what, when, where, and why questions. Oh, really? Okay. And just show interest, okay? Understand that person, All right. Overall summary: communication and understanding, okay? Communicate with your audience, understand your audience and your clients, participate, interact, have the vision, have the blueprint, schedule, understanding, teamwork. All of this should be in your business model. So when people come to you, when it comes to your business model, you have a bit of a ritual when you talk to them. So you talk to them about, you know, about who you are, and ask them about who they are, and then ask them about their wants, their needs, and their plans and stuff like that, and then kind of communicate with them and understand them. And then later on down the road, when you schedule this blueprint, the plan, the business plan of what you're trying to offer, say, hey, you know what, I got a free guide of this, I got free this, that, or I learned a strategy on this and that. You don't have to give them every single thing, but you can give them just enough to say, hey, you know, I really like that book that you gave me to read. I really enjoyed, that guide that you gave me, or that video was very, very touching. That just relates to my story. Hey, how can we, communicate more on this type of subject? Can we talk a little bit more about this? How about we schedule a plan, or a book a date, or a not so much of a date, excuse me, but more like an appointment or something like that, and just get on an understanding that you guys can connect, you guys are, have something in common, and then that be, to get them most likely to close along with them, okay? And it's just to pivot your mind that you can do this. This is just like basic stuff. You get the logistics of this thing, of the business model, you should be able to have a scalable business, have a team that's up and running. Everything should be good. So any questions, if you like this video, press a like. I'm going to be... All right, so anybody who's watching the replay on YouTube, subscribe, and please ring the bell for more videos. All right. Okay, so... All right, so I hope that concludes this day's video. So like I said, if you have any questions, you can come to me, you can DM me, and I'll have that written in the description. All right, so goodbye for now. Take care. Cheers.